It's the beginning of the day, and I've been away for a few days. There's a whole gang of us went together on this past Sunday to Spirit Rock for the day long, and then myself, Ajahn, Dhamma and Debbie peeled off. After that we had opportunities to go and visiting aging elderly Buddhists. It's part of our community there are a couple of people who've been, a couple of groups of people that find it difficult to get up here again, and it was nice to be able to do that. Then we went out on the last day that we were down in the Bay Area, went out and visited Redwood Vihara, which is Jin Choi Jin Hui, and they're setting up a forest monastery in the Mahayana tradition with sort of Abhayagiri as the model, and quite a useful endeavor to support and encourage. They were. This would be probably about the third time I visited. It's good to see their sort of progress that they're doing. They've got a lot of lay people who are really keen to see that project happen. So when I went out in the afternoon on Tuesday, I guess, and Jin Chua Jin Hui, and then there was about 30 lay people there, quite excited. And one of the things that we did was do a blessing for the Ajahn Yaniko had given a reliquary with some of Ajahn Chah's clippings from his head shaving. And that's, especially in Thai tradition, that's considered very sacred, very special. And so they were very touched by that. And so that we went out and did some blessing chants and did installing them on their shrine. I was sort of, thinking in terms of the blessings of relics and the reminders of the fruits of the practice. There are these, of course they've got Master Hua with them as their great example. But these, and say here at Abhayagiri, and say both of our shrines, we don't make a big fuss of it, but we got lots of relics up here. These are relics of Ajahn Mun, those are relics of Ajahn Sao, and then behind there's relics from Buddha relics and disciples of the Buddha, and they are objects of devotion, and it's something that, as I say, especially in the West, don't have much of a relationship to devotional practices, but it's something that is, really, it's an important aspect of how do we sustain our practice, because you're never going to think yourself into Nibbana. Good luck. As intelligent and rational and logical as you can think, you're not going to think yourself into liberation and freedom. There needs to be an element of a faith and devotion, and it doesn't have to be gooey or just completely illogical idiocy. But but there is a sense of to have a reverence for something is really important, and to recognize. Of course, the roots of reverence and devotion should always be the triple gem, that recognition that the Buddha was an awakened being and taught a Dhamma that has the capacity to liberate the heart from its limitations, and that there had been, since the time of the Buddha, a Sangha practicing, people who have been willing to practice and put the teachings into practice, and that we have that same opportunity to this day. And so just to be able to reflect on that, so that one is, because we all go up and down with our practice, and how am I going to make my how am I going to get my samadhi together, or how am I going to get my insight and all of that. But I think it's important also to be focusing. What is the roots of roots? Where do we get our effort or our resilience in practice? Our willing to be patient with practice, and again, it's one of the big supports is a sense of confidence in the Triple Gem, and a skillful relationship with Sila. This is something, there's a sutta where the Buddha says these four streams of goodness that result in immeasurable blessings, and it's faith in the Buddha, faith in the Dhamma, faith in the Sangha, and a commitment to Sila, a commitment to integrity. So that these are qualities that are important to be paying attention to, they lay a foundation or lay a base that we can really grow from and be able to tangibly experience the fruits of the practice when we put our effort into the practice. So it's a reflection for this morning.